It is a Chamber of Commerce afternoon here in the Peach State of Georgia. We've got the roof open, wide open, and we are ready for football at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Time to go, 99. Protein spill. Shoot.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And right away he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan steps away to his hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at about the 28. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A first down carry for Smith. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Wait.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Buying time. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator.
Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Smith trying to run for it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Julio Jones, the lone receiver, left. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Gun. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is caught for a touchdown. And hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Touchdown, baby, yeah.
A holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Lewis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
60 or.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
What we got?
A 2nd down run with Lewis. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Ito Smith, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On 1st down, Smith. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
61, matchbox.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Ryan. He completes it to Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now with Smith. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's Ryan. This is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
21. Hey, orbit.
Here's Ryan to throw. Looking deep for Julio. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. At after the interception. Here's Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
39. 50. Hey, Delta. 55. Good job.
From the shotgun, Ryan escaping the pressure right. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Ryan. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup. Coming to you.
Second and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
37, Titans 3. Matt Bryant set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready. 60 yards. Check 45 to Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's caught, Smith. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
A first down carry for Henry. Powers through. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Derrick Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Twist. 58. Let him go.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on.
Freeman again. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Butler dialed the corner blitz and earned the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 40, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Check 26. Hey, Rick Lance.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. A handoff to Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Again, it's Smith. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Well, partner, Marvin, our number one stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
70, Indy. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll run on 1st down. It's Smith, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta,